Hey, okay. So I have been doing a whole bunch of Facebook Lives in around intuition training, and I've had some people asking me about the basics of intuition. So I was kind of assuming that everybody had the basics, but apparently there's still a need to go back to the basics. So I thought, what a great opportunity. I can jump in here, get this in so that it can be an evergreen content for people accessing their intuition in a way that is fast, effective, and can be used on so many things. All right, super excited. I use my intuition to make every single business decision that I do. So everything that I'm questioning, should I go to a networking meeting? Do I use this for my marketing? Do I use that for my marketing? What business strategy do I implement? All of the things get put through the filter of my intuition because, you know why? Because my intuition has never been wrong. So this is the way that I actually tap into my intuition, use that as a way to move myself forward in a way that will work for me, getting me the results that I want. Yes, cold, hard cash in my bank account kind of results. Now we're not talking like millions and millions of dollars, but my business has been growing month over month, over month over month. Nice steady increase because I'm leaning into my intuition. Okay. I don't believe in the whole hype where it's like you can make 60 figures, 60 figures, 6 figures in 60 days, right? Those over promises that are not realistic. So let's take it down to basics. If you had consistent growth month over month, that's all you need. Consistent growth month over month, things will drop in. All right, let's talk actual skills. How do you actually tap into your intuition? I'm going to assume, for the sake of this video, that you have never done anything as far as muscle testing, checking in, getting the awareness, all those kinds of good pieces. And we're going to start with muscle testing because it is the easiest way for people to connect in. Now, I find this method where you've got, thumb and index finger on one hand, and you kind of create a link. And then this is the simplest when people are getting started. So we're going to talk about that. So thumb and index finger. Sorry, that's my index finger. First, demonstrate properly. Thumb and index finger, or you can use the second finger. It really doesn't matter. But this finger, you're going to have finger pressure, okay? So this is not like trying to squeeze them as hard as you possibly can. It's just finger pressure together. Your other two fingers together, same, and it doesn't matter. Use index finger or middle, whatever's comfortable for you. This is not about having perfection. Tapping into your intuition is much more of an energy based, so it is really forgiving. I love that it's so forgiving. So what we do hit this is that you're kind of, having the intention of your body showing you what a yes looks like. And for most people, yes holds firm. But if it's opposite, don't worry about it. It's only a matter of knowing what your intuition shows you. So it's kind of like what's tapping into your subconscious mind, the superconscious mind. So yes, you just test that a few times. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, that's what yes looks like. Great. No, 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 no. Like it's just like every time. Now, here's where most people get tripped up. And I know I had for a long time. I don't love this method for myself. This is not my most favorite, but I'm actually getting better at it now that I'm teaching a lot more people. It's interesting. Your brain wants to go to the place of, but I'm making that happen. I'm making it up. And what I want you to do is just play with it, get comfortable, and say, well, what if it does work? What if it does work? What if I am actually getting this answer? What if my body is able to tell me through these things that, what information I need to know? Okay, so we're going to suppose that you're okay, you're going to move forward. There's all kinds of things that I usually talk about with my clients to get them trusting that piece, being willing to trust themselves, all of that. But for now, we're going to work with the supposition that you're going ahead with it. Now, asking yes or no questions, very important. Okay, so we're not going with what are the winning lottery numbers. That's not intuition. That is forecasting, and it's not necessarily accurate. Okay, so when we're testing out, you want to ask very clear yes or no questions. And here's what I like to tell people is that when you think about somebody, you know, you think about like some people who have had a stroke or they can't speak, maybe they've just coming out of a coma, they will often be given like a bell or something, or they'll wave their finger or blink their eyes to be able to give yes or no answers, right? So it's blink once for no, twice for yes, or, you know, squeeze the hand once for yes and twice for no, something along those lines. So I want you to think about asking the questions as if you are asking somebody who can only answer in yes or no. That's their only option, because that's really what we're doing, is we are only able to access a yes or no question. So when you're talking to somebody who can only answer in a yes or a no, you're not going to say to them, what would you like for dinner? Because they can't answer that question. But if you say to them, would you like chicken for dinner? That's a very clear yes or no question. Okay. So you're going to start with really clear questions of, you know, do you want to wear this shirt today? Do you want to take this route to work today? Do you want to have a coffee? Do you want to have some water? Do you want, like, you're asking really clear yes or no questions. Just something that has a very clear yes or no. If you don't get an answer or it feels kind of wonky or whatever, it might be that the question was not clear and you need to break it down into a very definitive, the answer is only yes or no. Okay, so when you ask the question, think of the terms, like I said, think about that person who only has an ability to answer yes or no. And if you don't give them a clear question, they'll give you no answer at all. So that's the same thing that's happening. Okay, so that's probably the easiest way to work with this. The other way to work with it is using your body as a pendulum. Now, you know, you're not able to see the full body, so you're gonna have to just trust me on this one. If you use your full body as a pendulum, then what you're gonna do is you're gonna stand with your feet hip widths apart, so, you know, about same width as your shoulders, and just so that you've got a nice solid base, and you're going to have your arms at your sides, okay, so that you're not throwing yourself off of balance. And what you do is you start by asking to get that baseline again, right? Body, show me a yes. And your body will slightly move forward or back, side to side, one way or the other. Body, show me a no. Okay. You can see that it, like, automatically it's moving a little bit. Now, what this does is, again, it gives you the baseline. Yes, for me right now is forward. Yes or no right now is backwards. I suggest that you always get a baseline before you start asking your series of questions, because with the sway test, which is this what we call this, and it is in my book, so if you want to download, you can download a free copy of the book at innerdominatrix.com so that you can have this in writing if that's helpful. And the sway test is like, it's a little more, you can go in different directions, and your polarity, your energy polarity can switch, which can make it so that one day the no was forward and the next day yes is forward. So I would suggest that you check it. Same thing with this. Show me a yes, no, right? Just get that baseline, then ask your questions. So that is the part that we're going to tuning in. I want you to start with questions that are really, really simple. Like I said, things that don't matter. Okay, and that's what I mean by simple. It's things that don't matter. They're not things that you're going to be emotionally attached to. So when you start asking questions about, do I want to wear this shirt? You're not really emotionally invested in whether or not you wear the shirt. It's not going to make or break everything. But if you start out and you haven't done any testing, you haven't built this muscle of trusting your intuition, then going along with, should I marry this guy? Should I marry this girl? You might be a bit of a big question to start out with, right? Like, is this the job I want to take? Those are kind of big questions because they have a lot of possible impact on you, your life, and where you're going. So try that out. I would love to know how that goes for you. Feel free to post it in the comments, and feel free to share or tag somebody who could really use this as a tool, because it is the foundation for being able to trust your intuition, follow it, and make more money. All right, you have an amazing day, and we'll see you on the next one. Be sure to subscribe and like the video. Love you.